Hey, sweat trainer Brittany Williams here, and welcome to my 20-minute lower body workout. We're gonna target your glutes and quads today in this quick workout you can do at home or at the gym. All you'll need for this workout are dumbbells and a bench or a chair, something you can step up on. I generally recommend a yoga mat and a water bottle as well. We have 4 main exercises today in our workout. The first will be a lateral step up. That's where you'll need your chair or your bench. Then we'll move into a front squat, then a walking lunge, as well as finishing with a sumo squat. So 2 different squat variations, 2 different lunge variations, and we'll call it good. We'll start with our warm-up. Our first warm-up exercise is gonna be a squat with thoracic rotation, which is gonna be great to turn on our quads and our glutes and get our core ready. So step your feet out wide. You're gonna squat down, take one hand, bring it to the ground, and press your elbow into your thigh. Open up, find that rotation. Repeat on the other side, and then come back to standing. Bend the knees, reach open, other side, back through center. We're here for 40 seconds. Take your time. No need to rush it. It's just the warm up. I want you to connect with your breath and set your intention for today's exercises. Like I said, we have 4 different exercises today. All you need to worry about right now is getting the body warm. Up next, we have an alternating lateral lunge. So take a step at the edge of your mat. We're gonna step out wide, bending through the knee, shifting your glutes back, and finding that stretch through the inner thigh. Come back tall to standing and brace your core. We'll be here for about 30 seconds per side. I want you to find that little bit more dynamic movement here. Getting that heart rate up, and like I said, warming up the body and getting ready for all the good fun we're about to have. Sometimes I get nervous when a fitness trainer says the workout's fun. You know it's gonna be spicy. Woo! All right, let's switch sides. Stand tall and lift. Inhale on the way down, exhale and drive. Good, almost there. Last one. And release. All right, let's talk about this workout. Our first exercise is a lateral step up, so grab your dumbbells. You're gonna come to the side of your bench or your chair. You'll step up, drive the knee at the top, and then come back down. All right, we got 30 seconds on each side. So big inhale, exhale, stand, drive tall. Now this is not about going as fast as you can. I want you to think about pressing through the foot that is standing on the box. That's where all your work is. Drive through the glutes and the quads. This one burns. Ooh. Also helps with the inner thighs as well as some sneaky core to balance at the top. Good, all right, we're switching sides. Here we go. Drive, lower back down with control. As you come up to standing, I want you to think about pressing through the foot that's on the box, and the other leg is just along for the ride. 15 seconds. This is it. Starting off strong with this first exercise, but I love it. Also gets the heart rate up, which is great. Last rep. Excellent. Okay, we get a little bit of a rest here, and then we move on. Up next is a front squat. So grab both dumbbells and rest them on your shoulders. Step your feet about hip width apart. Keep your chest up. Inhale, lower down into that squat. Drive and lift. Okay, timer starts now. Here we go. Squat down, exhale, drive and lift. Think about keeping your chest up, core braced throughout the whole movement. If this is uncomfortable here, having your weight on the shoulders, you also can go down to one weight, like so, and do a goblet squat. But I like having the 2 weights on my shoulders. Allows me to go a little bit heavier and really get those strength gains. That's what we're here for, okay? Don't cheat yourself. Excellent. We're about halfway through, 15 seconds. Lower down, drive and lift. Lower down, drive and lift. You got your rest coming up next. Inhale, exhale. exhale, stand. Last rep. Excellent. I'll give you an alternative if you don't have the space for walking lunges. You can always step forward into a repeating, alternating forward lunge here as your alternative. But I'm gonna try for the full thing. So forward lunge is here. In my walking lunge, I'm gonna do 2, turn around, repeat in the other direction. Again, if you do not have the space, you absolutely can just alternate that forward lunge. Same thing, a little bit less core, but you're still gonna get a great bang for your butt with your quads. This exercise is really all about the quads. Reverse lunges are gonna have more focus on glutes and quads, but forward lunges are really all about your quads, which is the front side of that thigh. Whew. These are a burner. Last one. Excellent. All right, let's get ready for sumo squats. So for our sumo squat, it's a little bit different than our front squat. You're gonna step your feet wider than your mat, toes point out slightly, and the weights come right here underneath your torso. You're gonna squat down, thinking about hinging forward slightly, pushing the glutes back, driving and lifting. Now the sumo squat, compared to your front squat, is gonna be more of a glute focused. You're also gonna have those toes turned out a little bit, your stance a little bit wider. I'll show you from the side. So you've got a little bit more of that hinge, and that's really where we're getting our glutes involved. You're also gonna feel a little bit of a stretch for your inner thighs, which is great. You never wanna leave those inner thighs behind. All right, come on. We get a longer rest after this. Big inhale, big exhale. Last one. Whew. All right, 1 set done, 2 more to go. All right, you have 45 seconds rest here. Let the heart rate come down. Grab a sip of water if you need it. We'll start with those lateral step-ups again as the start of our second round. So make sure your bench or chair is set up and ready to go. Okay, lateral step-ups, 30 seconds each leg. You step, drive and lift, come back down to center. Now that you know what the exercises are, I really want you to focus on your form. Think about connecting with your breath. Think about your core engagement. I know there's a lot to think about, but if you really just focus on your breathing, not holding your breath, and your core, and nailing form, you're gonna get so many good results out of your workout. All right, let's switch sides. Oh, yes. Here we go, get those dumbbells. Lateral step-ups on the other leg. It's totally normal if one leg feels harder to complete than the others. Oh, the others? Just the other one. Hopefully you don't have 3 legs. Oh, totally normal to have an imbalance. 10 seconds. Ooh. All right, moving on to front squats. Okay, front squats. Feet are hip width apart, weights are on your shoulders or again at your chest. You squat down, chest stays up, drive and lift. So here, your chest is a little bit more upright than it was in the sumo squats. We're getting a lot more quads here than we were with the sumo squats. Goal here is to try to get your glutes lower than your knees if you can. Do not feel like you have to though. Woo, stay with me halfway. Oh, my quads are starting to burn. They know we're ready to work today. Come on. Again, slow and controlled. Maybe you add a little pause at the bottom. Come back up. We have 2 more reps. Stay with me. Excellent. Walking lunges is up next. All right, walking lunges are up next. I'm at the edge of my mat, lunging forward, thinking about 90-degree angles between both knees, all right? So that means the front knee is stacked over the ankle, the back knee is stacked under the hip. If you've got a longer space, a longer runway to work with than this mat that I have, go for it, all right? The goal is to move from one lunge right into the next without much rest. That's where that burn comes from, come on. 15 seconds, stay with me. Woo, yes. Can we get a few more in? Can we get a few more in? I've got 2 more in me. Good, rest. Okay, let's get our sumo squats. Feet wider than your hips, toes point out slightly. Remember, slight hinge in this squat variation. This is our last exercise before we get that longer rest. Stay with me here, keep breathing. Remember, we inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. That's generally the case for every exercise. When you're in the hardest part of the motion, that's when you're gonna exhale and brace your core to help you move that weight around. Come on. 10 seconds. Lower down, drive through those heels and lift. 5 seconds, can we get a couple more? Whew, excellent. Second round done, only 1 set left. Lateral step ups next. Grab your bench or your chair. This is the last round, okay? We've got this. Grab onto your dumbbells. Big inhale, exhale, stand and drive, back through center. Remember your core here. Remember to think about flexing that quad at the very top, all right? Squeeze the thighs, find the drive in your glutes. Yes, we can. Come on, 15 seconds on this side. You do not have to see this exercise again today. Unless you want to work out with me again today and click replay on this video, you're done with it. Woo. All right, switch sides. I find this one to be the most fun. We generally don't do enough lateral movement in our workouts, so I always try to include it as much as I can because we do move laterally throughout our day. Woo, there's that word fun again I used. Trainers have alternate variations of the word fun, but they're rarely actually fun until the exercise is done. Come on. Woo, last rep, best rep right here. Excellent. Front squats, here we go. Grab onto your dumbbells, put them on the shoulders, feet hip width, and let's move. Drive through those heels. Think about squeezing your glutes at the top without overly thrusting forward. So notice as I'm coming up with power, but I don't have to thrust forward into momentum. Lower down, stand tall and proud. Lower down, tall and proud. I'm proud of you. You should be proud of you. You can get an excellent workout in 20 minutes, but you gotta be ready to put in the work. And you're working right here, 10 seconds. We get a little break before those walking lunges. Whew. I am sweating. Last one. Good work. Here we go. Big inhales, big exhales during your rest. Don't forget, all right? Let the heart rate come down. Believe in yourself a little bit. We got another round going. Come on, come on. Okay, walking lunge. Find those quads. Try to stay as upright as you can, because that's gonna help target those quads. I know your quads are burning by now, but that is what we came for here today. Targeting our legs, our thighs, our glutes, getting a little bit of sneaky core work in here as well, because why not? It's gonna be a great day. Oh, come on, 15 seconds. If you need to drop the weight and do this body weight, no one's gonna judge you. Just keep moving, all right? Last 2 here. Oh, rest. Okay, friends, last exercise of the day, sumo squats. All right, feet wide, toes turn out. Put a big smile on your face because we made it to our finish line. Let's go. Squat, drive and lift. Squat, drive and lift. Do not think about going any faster. Think about perfecting the form. Nailing that inhale and exhale connection. Connecting that mind muscle with your quads and your glutes. Ooh, come on. Again, if you need to drop the weight and just focus on body weight, that's absolutely fine. You do what you need to do to stay in this workout and feeling good. You've got about 15 seconds left, and then we're on to our cool down. Like I said before, I am so proud of you. Keep moving. Less than 10 seconds. How many reps can you get in with good form? Here's 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Excellent work. Excellent work. Again, let that heart rate come down. Let yourself cool down. We're gonna move into a quick 1-minute cool down. We're gonna do a wide leg rotation on each side. So I want you to step your feet wider than your hips, almost like that sumo squat, but your feet are facing forward. You're gonna hinge down, bring your hands to the ground or to your shins. Then you're gonna walk one hand, let's say left hand to your left foot, left hand to the right foot. You're gonna reach that hand up. Oh, find your hamstrings, find the glutes. I like reaching this hand up, gives you a little bit more core stretch. You also can bring your hand back here if this helps. Big inhale, big exhale. Good, switch sides. Right hand, left foot, reach the hand up. Big inhale, big exhale. Again, the option to bring the hand to the outside of the hip for a little bit more of a twist. Good. Come back through center. Hands to the thighs, carefully roll on up. Ooh, I am so proud of you today. Thank you so much for joining me in this 20-minute lower body workout. If you like this workout, you can check out the whole Daily 20 Challenge, which is full of 20-minute workouts you can do at home or at the gym, just using a set of dumbbells. You can grab your 7-day free trial on the Sweat app today. I'll see you next time.